People of the internet were asked how they got sweet, petty revenge on their cheating exes, and these stories did not disappoint. Bleaching his clothes seemed so trite, so I took it up a notch and dipped a Q-tip in bleach and bleached my name into all of his underwear, then dumped all his stuff on her porch. I'm sure neither one of them forgot my name after that. Well, that's one way to leave an impact. Imagine reaching into your underwear drawer and seeing your ex's name that you cheated on every single time you need a fresh pair of undies. My ex's bank statement came and still comes to my email. Since we broke up, he's been whining and dining his new girlfriend. However, he was telling a judge that he couldn't afford an increase in child support payments to his baby's mama. So I provided her with his bank statements over the last 3 months. She appealed and showed the statement to the judge, and he now has to pay double the amount of what he was initially ordered to pay. That's what you get. This guy's out here trying to live La Vida Loca with his new girlie and trying to wine and dine her and doesn't want to pay child support. Well, guess what? Now you get to pay double. My boyfriend invited me over to his homeboy's house while he was house sitting. The place obviously belonged to a woman with a cute dog. However, I'm terrified of dogs, and he had to put the friend's dog in the bathroom while I stayed over. A few weeks later, I noticed him liking a lot of pictures on Instagram. Lo and behold, there was a woman snuggling the same dog in the same apartment. I commented on a picture of the dog and said, "Aw, so sad we had to put her in the bathroom while you were away." Needless to say, my boyfriend was dumped twice over in one day. What a way to get caught cheating, right? I mean, obviously, red flag number one. He invites you over to his homeboy's house, and the place looks girly and frilly and whatnots. So obviously, that puts you on guard. And then you see him commenting on Instagram and basically blows his cover right then and there. I scrubbed the toilet with his toothbrush and then packed an overnight bag for him and told him to stay at her place. Ugh. Totally deserved, but totally gross. Did he watch you scrub the toilet with the toothbrush? Or was that just a nice little treat for later? I found out he hooked up with a girl he met on spring break in Florida. This was over 20 years ago, before social media and cell phones. The girl wrote him a physical letter and included spicy photographs. I poured pickle juice all over the inside of his car, which he never locked because he lived in the country. I left the letter on his desk and put a post-it note on top that said, "Fuck you." Oh, that's absolutely terrible. Can you imagine getting into your car and smelling pickle juice every single time you get in? Because that's one of those smells that's so hard to get rid of. After I found out he cheated several times, we broke up. He was still using my Netflix account, so I waited until the show he was watching was almost finished. He had 3 more episodes left when I changed my password. It was a small thing, but it really made my day. I mean, that's certainly petty and an easy fix because, $10 a month or whatever. But my God, can you imagine the anticipation? You sit down on the couch, you grab the remote, and you go to bring up your favorite show on Netflix just to find out that you can't log in anymore because the ex that you cheated on is no longer letting you steal her account. The ex-wife had Chevy calling me for payments on her car. When I told them she was no longer my wife, they said it was still my responsibility. So I asked them who was on the title, and they told me it was her and my best friend from kindergarten who she was cheating on me with. I told them where she worked and when she was going to be there, and they went and repossessed her car. At the same time, I had her served by the sheriff's department with the divorce papers. What a day she had at work. What a day indeed. Can you imagine the double whammy? Your car is getting repossessed because you've been dodging the payments on it, and then you find out that you're getting divorced. Sweet, sweet karma. I signed his number and email up for business spams and put him on dating websites as a girl who just wants fun only and said to send pictures to his WhatsApp. I booked him appointments for STD checks. I sent different religious communities to knock at his door to discuss conversion. I sent him an anonymous glitter bomb, and when he decided he wanted to see me again and go out on dates and tell me how much he was still in love with me, I sent all the messages to his girlfriend who he cheated on me with. Talk about making someone's life an absolute living hell because they cheated on you. Well deserved. Maybe, just maybe, he had a coming to Jesus moment after this. Pun intended. I gave his wife, not an ex, a very current wife, all the instant messages we exchanged. It detailed all his lies and cheating for 7 months. He told me later when he called wanting me to forgive him that I cost him an additional $600,000 in his divorce. Nobody. You cost yourself an additional $600,000 in your divorce by being a dirtbag. I was cheated on, and then he brought her to my work for drinks. I work with some loyal colleagues, and when he returned for his car in the morning, it was on its side. Sorry, not sorry. What the heck do you do to a car to get it on its side? Loyal colleagues. Yeah. Crazy ex girlfriend that you cheated on totally deservingly put your car on its side? Yeah. I found out that my boyfriend of 3 years was cheating on me with over 30 women. I decided to use his mugshot I found online to create wanted posters. It read, "Wanted, lost dog, last seen, following a hoe, tricks, lying, cheating, and manipulating. If seen, please contact your local health department to be checked for STDs." I posted it all around his neighborhood and outside of the bar he worked at. He was mortified, and I have never laughed harder. Oh, and then I told him I hoped he got hit by a car, and he did. He had to have surgery for a broken bone and everything. Best day ever. Holy karma. I'm starting to think this one had superpowers or something. In high school, I was dating a guy that cheated on me with multiple people at our school, one being his stepsister. What in the state of Alabama? He was a football player, and one night at the game, I went out to his truck and keyed it from bumper to bumper on both sides. I mean, deserved. But again, what in the state of Alabama? I thought that was just a made-up fetish for people who watch and or create special films on the internet. Now, some of y'all might think these stories a little bit over the top or a little too petty, but honestly, I have zero sympathy for anybody who is a cheater and gets caught cheating. There's just no excuse for it. Be an honest human being or have horrible petty revenge and karma curse you. Have you ever been cheated on? Let me know your petty revenge stories in the comments. And if you don't have a story to share, then tell me which one of these petty revenge stories was your favorite. See you on the next one.